Hi guys, I'm Ambarish and today I'm going to show you how you can use the batch processing feature in Lightroom to edit multiple photos at once. Hey guys, so let's get into the details. So this is a photo, actually a processed photo. Recently we covered this rice ceremony. So this is a photo from there. So we are going to use batch processing feature to edit like one, two, three, four, like four photos at once. So how we can do it? If we go to this photos, so first what we need to do is basically process this image by like correcting the white balance, exposure, contrast, and all the features that we had mentioned earlier. You can find the link to those videos. I'll provide the links so you can go through them, and you should also know how to read a histogram. So here you can see there are a lot of shadows, mostly because of these areas. Okay, so this photo is processed. So what we are going to do now is basically we are going to use the settings of this, like all the settings that we have. So what we are going to do is select the photos with all the information and everything, and we are going to select the photos that we want to edit, and we want to put those settings on these unedited photos. So what we are going to do is first of all select the photo that we want to copy the settings from, and then next step is to select the photos that we want to edit. So we are going to select these four photos, and what we are going to use the shortcut Command Shift S. So it will bring up the dialog box of synchronized settings, and if you do not use shortcuts, which I highly recommend, so you can go to photo develop settings and sync settings. So once you click here, you will get this dialog box and you will see all these like white balance, exposure, and everything check boxes. You will find all of them. So it depends upon you what you want to copy. Like basically I want to copy the exposure, contrast, and everything, white balance, treatment, color, tone, clarity, because I want to copy the whole exposure, white balance, everything over to these four photos, because the settings has been the same, the lighting condition was the same, and I kept it constant and I shot it in manual mode, so I know what I'm doing. But it depends upon your requirement and how you have shot the photo, to be very honest. So what we are going to do is next we are going to synchronize, and as you can see the settings have been copied over to these photos. And what we have done here is basically we have copied the settings from this photo and applied it on these four photos. So the next thing what we need to do is we can go to these photos, and obviously the exposure here is very high, so we can obviously always read the histogram as a reference, whether to find out whether the photo is overexposed, underexposed, or evenly exposed. So here the photo is kind of overexposed to me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the exposure, and I'm going to the next photo. Similarly, I'm going to reduce the exposure. Maybe I'm going to use like brush to like even out the highlights. And yeah, basically you can go to every individual photo and make minute changes there. So this is how basically, rather than processing each single image, what we have done is process single image and copy the settings from there and apply it to the rest of the photos. And then what we have done is we went to each individual photo and made minute changes so as to make the photo correctly exposed and properly lit. And using this process you can obviously edit multiple photos depending on how many photos that you want to edit. You can edit 500 photos, 10 photos, 5 photos, or whatever the amount is. So yeah, so this was today's tutorial. I hope you found it interesting. Thank you.